Okay, full Rackbrute. I just finished filling this thing up for the first time, so I thought I would go through the whole thing just for fun and give you my honest opinions about each module here. I might cut to some videos of some things if we want to see things, and I'll try to keep this short because there's a lot of crap going on here. First and foremost, top left, Pamela's new workout. This is pretty basic. Everybody has this thing. It's so useful, though. It's incredible. I use it in probably every patch, as do most Eurorack artists who are doing anything with BPM. Next is the Nano Quad LFO. This thing is super easy to use. Once I stopped thinking about the whole ADSR and just AD, it became so much easier to make patches without having to rethink every single envelope I was doing. Nano, another one from Nano. Ona analog oscillator. This thing sounds incredible. It's pretty great. The only thing I wish it has is a modulation input for the octave. That'd be so fun to be able to click around, but luckily I have fingers, so I can just do it myself like a chump. Next oscillator, Platts. This was the first module I ever got. It was gifted to me. I had no intention of getting into any of this, but my partner just gave this to me one Christmas, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna change my whole life and be obsessed with a new thing. This is the best module that exists. It's just so jam-packed with sounds. If you ever need a new sound, it's in there probably. Whatever you're thinking of, it's probably in this thing. I got a Nano Rings here, which I'm kind of lukewarm on, to be honest. I don't like how tight all these knobbies are. It's not good for performing, I gotta say. But it is nice to have a Rings for whatever, 140 bucks, whatever it was. It's Rings. It's a classic. Next is the Popple filter, which I believe is a clone of the mutable ripples. I don't love it, and I think it's actually breaking somehow. The cutoff is like notched now, so it didn't hold up. It's from after later, but I've had it since I first started doing this, so it's definitely been around for a couple years. It might need either a little adjustment or it might need to be replaced with something. Erica Pico Drum 2. I actually only plopped this in there because I had a 3 HP gap. I just wanted to fill it with something and not have to buy a blank, so I popped this guy in there. I took it off sale on Reverb, and I'll use it for snares most likely. I wish it had modulation over the decay and not just these parameter 1 and 2, because this is mostly for pitch and like timbre, and I don't always want to modulate those things, but I always want to modulate decay. But that's just a personal preference. I don't know. Qubit Mojave is incredible, and I still don't even understand it, but I'll just send stuff through there, and it makes for a wacky, weird time. I don't know that much about granular synthesis, to be honest, but this thing is super fun. Let's see. I just replaced IntelliGel C legs with this little guy, and I kind of like it a lot better. It's slimmer and it does less, but I think I was asking too much of my delays, and although C legs is large and you can perform with it, I think it's a little bigger than Akini's here. It's just, I don't need to do that much with my delay, and this actually crams a lot into 8 HP or whatever it is. Next, IntelliGel mixer. It's excellent. It does exactly what you need it to do. I kind of want to get a new mixer that has CV control, so I can fade things in and out in a weird way. But for right now, this is perfect for my needs. This is just an output module from, don't even know who makes this. Ifaco? No, this is ST, I'm sorry. Headphone out is really, really important to me, and 1/4 inch out is really important to me. Switch down to the old bottom row here, starting with the Strymon AA1. Just a guitar interface, really, just to get some guitar in here. I don't know if I'm enjoying playing guitar through a modular synth. I'm thinking about actually doing a full video on my feelings about that and how I want it to work really badly. But so far, it's just kind of a nuisance, I would say. But this thing works perfectly for that. There's an input and output, which I didn't realize I even needed. I bought 2 other input modules thinking I could just do that, but you also need to dip your 18 decibels to get it back out into an amp or something. Perfect for that. Next, Mimetic Digitalis by Noise Engineering. This thing's super fun. I didn't think I really needed this when I first checked it out. I was like, that's a little much for what I do. But now that I have it, it just opens up so many crazy options for me, and especially the pairing of these two, IntelliGel Scales Quantizer. Very, very powerful quantizer. You could just send random things into this and fiddle with this, so it's like controlled randomness, and I love that. That's a big part of my sound. This dual VCA from CalSynth is just super solid. It's, what can you say about it? It's a VCA. It's great. Malt from After Later. It's a malt. It malts stuff. Battering ram, kick drum, and bass synth module. I haven't really used it as a bass synth at all. But as a kick drum, it's incredible. It's got built-in distortion, control over pretty much every parameter you would need. I haven't even dove into this thing really. I just use it as just solid, beefy kicks. This is my newest module, Akimi's Taiko. I kind of got it to replace a hi-hat module. It was the Timp Legio by Noise Engineering, which I didn't really mesh with. It was kind of just a weird sound all the time and almost like a one-trick pony, even though it was packed with things. I did some cool stuff with it, but it wasn't my favorite thing in the world. Anyway, I replaced it with this big beefy guy. I got rid of something else, which I forgot, and this thing is so much fun. It's a great hi-hat. It's a great synth voice. I haven't used it for other kinds of drums. I guess I could use it for snare here and there, but the synth voice is so weird. I don't even know what all these things do, to be honest, but you just send something through it and just fiddle, and it's just so much fun. I love this guy. Tango Quartet, ALM Busy Circuits. This thing really helps me with a lot of stuff. I usually just use it as a mixer for percussion, just to have one single track going out, so I'm not overloading my mixer with tracks. And it's great. VCA, mixer. What else could you want out of a module? Let's see. Scion by ST, I believe. This thing is, I don't think I really knew what it was when I bought it. It does LFO, envelope. It does oscillator too, but you don't have a lot of control over the pitch, so it's kind of, maybe you could use it for noise stuff, but it's not good for my needs. I like that it has control over the A and the D, so you could just send weird stuff through it and make it do like weird kind of slew stuff. I usually use it for slew, or if I just need a quick, fast LFO on something that I don't have to think about with this guy, I could just plug it into here real quick. I just got the Ruina distortion module. I didn't have any distortion, and it was making me sad, so this seemed to be the only one with a blend control, which is weird. I figured any kind of modular distortion would have a blend control, but I don't know. If you know of any others, please tell me, because I would love to check them out. I would love an analog distortion that has blend. I don't even know if that's possible, but it's a cool idea. It's pretty cool. I haven't really connected with it yet. I've only used it a handful of times. I'm a guitarist, so I'm used to kind of higher end overdrive pedals, I guess, and I'm like looking for sweet little harmonic overtones, and this is very, very digital sounding, so I'm just not really used to this style of distortion, but it does work very well for synths. It works very well for percussion, and it's stereo, which, hell yeah, it's always great. The MFX is just like a Swiss Army knife effect. I don't love that it's tiny. I kind of wish I had some knobbies to affect parameters, but if you're down to just do a quick menu dive and just set something up, it's so helpful if you just need I need a simple little reverb, or I need like a flanger or something. It's in here. It's got everything. They even updated it since I've gotten it, and I haven't even updated it because it's so packed with everything I need, but maybe I'll do that after this video. And the good old annoying Arturia Rackbrute power supply, which is 5 HP or something, making this a very weirdly spaced out case. And it's okay. Once I accepted that fact, things are kind of working out. I don't know. I love my case right now. I don't know if I'll make any changes right away. I need to just jam on it a little bit and see where we're at. I think the next thing I'll replace, I'm probably going to get rid of this guy eventually. I need a new filter. I would love to have a full-size ring so I'm not banging into everything when I'm trying to do knobs. Um, Other than that, though, everything's pretty locked in at the moment. I feel like I could make several albums with this thing right now, and I'm working on a couple right now. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment.